In the heart of Saudi Arabia's grand vision lies NEOM, a city like no other, a futuristic, eco-friendly metropolis that promises to redefine the future. In the not-so-distant past, tantalizing videos and trailers captured the world's attention as they hinted at the birth of this remarkable city. Yet, as the dust settled, the silence grew deafening. Updates on its progress are few and far between. The question on everyone's mind is, what's happening behind the scenes? Let's start on a journey to uncover the truth. The Line. Back in 2021, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced a massive project called The Line. It's the biggest project the country has ever undertaken. The plan is to build a long city that's more than 100 kilometers long, running from the Red Sea to the city of Tabuk in the east. This city will have two tall buildings, each 500 meters high, running side by side. The idea is that everything you need will be close by, and there won't be any cars, roads, or pollution in the city. When this plan was first announced, a lot of people had strong reactions, especially after they saw drone footage of the excavation work in October 2022. But since then, not much has been known about how far the construction has come. So, how is it going now? According to the latest information, a lot of work has been done on the line in the past year. They've completed about 20% of the important infrastructure, like roads, offices, and logistics hubs needed for future work. You can see these changes on satellite images. One part of the city, called the NEOM Community 1, now looks like a complete city with houses, a school, a mosque, and even a Starbucks. The excavation work for the line's main structure has made significant progress over the past year. You can see the foundations taking shape on Google Maps. The work on the coastal section, known as the Hidden Marina, which will be the world's largest marina, is also moving along. They're digging up a lot of earth each week for this project. The line's underground rail system, called the Spine, has also had some big changes. They've reduced the overall size of the system and the number of stations. The project is funded by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, and several companies from different countries are involved in the construction work. Some of them are Keller Group from the UK, Bauer from Germany, and Baki Solitanche from France. Power China is handling the piling work for the marina, and Webuild and Sajco will build the high-speed rail line. Despite the progress, there are still concerns about the project. Some experts worry that the city's construction will have a massive carbon footprint, equivalent to more than 4 times the UK's annual emissions. There are also human rights concerns, as some people had to leave their villages for the construction, and there were harsh punishments for protesters. These issues may affect the project's future. Trojena. Now let's look at the progress of the next big project, Trojena. It's a super fancy outdoor winter and skiing place in the middle of a big mountainous desert. It's just as huge and crazy as the other projects in NEOM, but it has to be finished in only 6 years. Why? Because Saudi Arabia is hosting the Asian Winter Games in 2029. They got the rights to host this important event last year. The project was first talked about by the Crown Prince in 2022, a few months before Saudi Arabia won the Winter Games bid. Trojena is about 50 kilometers away from the Red Sea, surrounded by tall mountains. Since the project was revealed, there has been some steady progress. In the past year, a lot of work was done to clear the mountains for the project. They've dug up a whopping 1.6 million cubic meters of material to make a big man-made lake in the middle. They're also working on something called the Vault, which is a village dug into the mountains. The project's boss says they've already dug out more than 1 million cubic tons of material. They're also laying the foundation for the ski village. In November 2022, a big luxury brand called Ennismore agreed to build 2 luxury hotels in the upcoming ski village. Another famous hotel operator, Minor Hotels, plans to open a 5-star resort in the water village. It looks like the construction plans are going well, and Saudi Arabia seems serious about finishing everything by 2029. But even though they're determined to meet their deadline, there are still lots of questions. One of the big concerns is how they'll keep a winter destination going in such a place. Even though it can get really cold in the mountains, there isn't much natural snow. So they'll have to rely on machines to make artificial snow, which needs a lot of water and electricity. To make things even more challenging, they're using seawater from the Red Sea, which they have to transport over long distances and clean. Now, let's talk about Sindalah. Sindalah. There's another big project happening in NEOM right now. It's an island resort called Sindalah, which is being built off the city's coast. This island is right by the Red Sea and can be reached by boat, seaplane, or the nearby Neom Bay Airport. Sindalah will be a top-notch place for yachting, with an 86-berth marina. It will have 3 luxury hotels, a golf course, fancy restaurants, and stores. This project was announced just last December and is expected to be the first one to open in Neom. They plan to welcome their first guests as early as 2024, and this is a big deal because it will be the public's first chance to see what this futuristic city is all about. Construction on Sindalah is in full swing since its opening soon. If you look at satellite images on Google Maps, you can see that most of the island is already being built. They've made roads, decided where buildings and foundations will be, and some structures around the marina are almost finished. They've even laid out a lot of the grass for the golf course. Marriott International, which agreed to open 3 luxury hotels in Sindalah, is confident they'll finish the construction on time for the 2024 opening. There's also a community set up on the island's northeast for the people working on the project. They have offices, places to stay, and amenities. Out of all the big projects in Neom, Sindalah seems to be the most advanced. We spent a lot of time researching and making this video, so if you're enjoying it, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Finally, let's talk about the 4th major project, Oxagon. Another project in Neom is Oxagon, which is like a floating industrial city on the west coast of Saudi Arabia. Oxagon will be the business and industry center of Neom, a port city in one of the busiest shipping areas globally. It will support growing industries, including green energy. The Port of Neom, the main industrial and logistics hub for the future city, is part of this project. Saudi Arabia plans to invest $2 billion to open the port's first terminal by 2025. But Oxagon won't be just about business. It will also have its own city with places to live, have fun, relax, and attract tourists. Some well-known companies like IHG Hotels and Resorts, Curtin Hospitality, and Yole plan to expand their businesses in this project, and they're expected to open between 2025 and 2026 in the city's first residential community. Although there isn't much recent news about the construction, there has been some work done. You can see some buildings around the Port of Neom in satellite images. However, some of these buildings are part of the older Dubai port, which was recently renamed to the newer one. There's also a community in Oxagon, similar to those around the Line and Sindalah. Compared to the rest of Neom, Oxagon seems to be the one with the least work done. Looking at what's already built, it seems like Saudi Arabia is serious about turning their plans into reality. We'll have to wait and see how they all turn out in the future. We hope you enjoyed this update video. Would you like to see more videos like this? Do you think Neom's projects will actually happen? Let us know in the comments. We're excited to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.